Thank you all for listening and watching my videos. Please subscribe and like my channel Master Coolitz. Hoping that you will not skip my ads, it's a big help for me by not skipping it. Thank you so much. Dragon Shadow. The Rise.
In the depths of the dragon prison, Zane Martel's expression was a mask of intensity and focus. He wasn't hiding. He was preparing for the ultimate battle within his own body. The formidable Ghost King Dragon Ape, now swallowed by Zane, began its relentless struggle against his devouring dragon bloodline. At the moment of the ape's capture, the mystical tentacle on the scroll lost its power, reverting beast to its martial king-level state. Within Zane, this powerful creature fought ferociously, trying to break free. The stakes were clear. If Zane's bloodline failed, the Ghost King Dragon Ape would erupt from within, bringing certain death.
No way. I have to refine it successfully.
His voice echoed with determination as he sat down, initiating the Sky Demon 99 transformations. The bloodline surged, and the battle began. Inside Zane's body, a fierce confrontation unfolded. If his body were a world, it would be one in turmoil. The 50-meter-tall Ghost King Dragon Ape, weighing 800,000 kilograms, roared and pounded its chest. Its might was enough to crack mountains with a single blow. Yet above it, a colossal blood dragon, a manifestation of Zane's bloodline, darted and attacked. The Ghost King Dragon Ape grabbed the blood dragon, attempting to drag it down, but the dragon, supported by the potent Sky Demon 99 transformations, proved indomitable. With a gaping maw, the blood dragon descended, swallowing the ape whole. Energy surged through Zane as he began to refine the beast. The immense power from the martial king-level creature flooded his system, causing his realm to rise rapidly. His breath quickened, soaring past the late stage of the third level of the expert level, peaking, and then breaking through to the fourth level with explosive force. But the energy was far from exhausted. It continued to elevate his power, pushing him through the fourth level, then the fifth, nourishing his body with every surge. Each cell in his body devoured the energy hungrily, strengthening him beyond his wildest dreams.
This is too much. I need to stabilize.
Zane's body trembled with the vast energy surging within him. The torrent of power threatened to overwhelm his senses, each pulse of energy a testament to the might of the Ghost King Dragon Ape. His muscles, already straining under the pressure, bulged further, veins standing out like cords beneath his skin. He gritted his teeth, a low growl escaping his lips as he fought to maintain control. In his mind's eye, Zane envisioned the blood dragon coiling around the residual energy, its scales glistening with a crimson sheen. It wrapped itself tighter, constricting the wild, untamed power into a manageable core. Sweat poured down Zane's face, his breathing ragged, but his resolve never wavered. He would master this power, or it would consume him entirely. Slowly, the maelstrom within him began to settle. The blood dragon's grip tightened, sealing away the chaotic energy for future use. Zane's breathing steadied, the wild, frenetic pulse of power ebbing to a steady, controlled rhythm. His muscles relaxed, the tension easing from his body, replaced by a profound sense of strength and stability. After 2 hours of recuperation, Zane opened his eyes, wild joy dancing in their depths. Clenching his fists, he felt the overwhelming power coursing through him, capable of shattering mountains with a single punch.
This is incredible. That Ghost King Dragon Ape was the ultimate treasure.
He laughed, relishing the irony of Master Rudolph's efforts to suppress the beast, only for Zane to claim its power. The energy coursing through him was unlike anything he had ever experienced. It was as if he had been reborn, every fiber of his being infused with the essence of the Ghost King Dragon Ape. Zane's physical body had become much stronger. Every cell, every muscle fiber seemed to vibrate with the raw, unfiltered energy of the martial king-level creature. The transformation had been profound, altering his very essence. He marveled at the newfound strength coursing through his veins. His body felt invincible, like a fortress of unimaginable power. He could sense the immense energy stored within, ready to be unleashed at his command. This was not just a mere enhancement, it was a complete metamorphosis, a rebirth into a form that surpassed all his previous limitations. Determined to test his newfound strength, Zane left the dragon prison. The transition from the dark, oppressive confines of the prison to the cavernous expanse outside was jarring. The air felt different, charged with the latent tension of the battles that had raged within these walls. Outside in the cave, Grant Lang and his allies from the Great Desolate region and the Giant Devil region scoured every corner for him, frustration mounting with every moment. Their faces were etched with a mixture of rage and desperation. They had sacrificed much for the Ghost King Dragon Ape, and now it seemed to have slipped through their fingers.
Curse it! How did he slip away? That Ghost King Dragon Ape belongs to me!
His fury exploded, shattering the stone wall with a single punch. The impact sent cracked spider webbing across the cave's surface, a testament to his growing impatience and rage. The sound reverberated through the cave, amplifying the palpable tension. The tension in the air was palpable. They had lost many men, all for the Ghost King Dragon Ape, and now it seemed to be in Zane's hands. The realization gnawed at them, fueling their anger and desperation. Every second that passed only intensified their resolve to find him and reclaim what they believed was rightfully theirs.
If he shows up, I'll kill him.
A voice echoed through the cave, cutting through the tension like a knife.
Who are you planning to kill?
Zane floated above them, a serene figure amidst the chaos. His eyes, however, held a glint of challenge, a promise of the power he now wielded. His presence exuded an aura of invincibility, a silent testament to the transformation he had undergone. Fury turned into action as Grant Lang, Ivy Mullen, and Lucas Young charged at him, their movements a blur of determination and rage. The air around them crackled with energy, each step they took echoing their intent to end Zane and reclaim the Ghost King Dragon Ape.
Zane Martel, this ends now.
Lightning fast, they attacked, determined to end Zane and reclaim the Ghost King Dragon Ape. The air crackled with their combined energy, a testament to their resolve. The cave seemed to tremble under the weight of their fury, the very atmosphere charged with the anticipation of the imminent clash.
Kill me? Do you have the strength to back up those words?
His voice was calm, almost mocking. The confidence in his tone was undeniable, a stark contrast to the fury of his opponents. It was a declaration of his newfound power, a challenge to anyone who dared to oppose him.
Sky Demon 99 transformations, Dragon Ape transformation.
As his words hung in the air, the real battle was about to begin. Zane's fate hanging by a thread. The cave echoed with the sounds of their impending clash, the outcome uncertain, the stakes higher than ever. The tension was electrifying, each moment stretching into an eternity as the forces prepared to collide in a confrontation that would determine the future. Zane Martel roared and pounded his chest with both hands. His body began to undergo a drastic change. His physique expanded to 50 meters tall and became much more muscular. Countless black hairs as thin as needles grew on the surface of his skin. Some of the hair on his back was blood red, forming a bloody skull. He had turned into a Ghost King Dragon Ape. The only difference was that compared with the Ghost King Dragon Ape in the Martial King realm, there was a dark vertical eye between the eyebrows of Zane Martel's Ghost King Dragon Ape. A few white lines flashed through the verticalized pupils. It was extremely strange, making one shiver from fear. Those attacks rained down on Zane Martel's body like bullets. They burst apart one after another, but did not even leave a scratch on his skin. They barely affected a strand of his fur. The air fell into dead silence. Everything went quiet. Everyone was stupefied. For a moment, they did not know whether they were dealing with Zane Martel or the Ghost King Dragon Ape.
Ghost King Dragon Ape. How did Zane Martel become the Ghost King Dragon Ape?
Grant Lang and the others almost had their eyeballs pop out of their sockets.
Do you still want to kill me now?
The voice of Zane Martel came from the Ghost King Dragon Ape. The three of them felt a chill down their backs, and their hearts almost stopped beating. An incomparably terrifying chill and killing intent descended from Zane Martel's body. They were as small as a grain of sand in front of Zane Martel. In their opinion, Zane Martel could even take their lives with a single thought.
Run, run, we have to escape now, or we are definitely going to die.
The three of them were experienced. As soon as they noticed something was wrong, they immediately tried to flee to the exit. But soon, they realized that all the exits of the cave were blocked, and there was no way they could get out.
Damn it! Who did it? Who blocked the exit?
Grant Lang started cursing. However, it was he who ordered the exit to be blocked in order to prevent Zane Martel from escaping from the cave. Zane Martel, who had transformed into a Ghost King Dragon Ape, caught up with them. He took a step forward and was dozens of meters away. He stretched out his hand and threw a punch at Grant Lang without saying a word. There was a big hole in the ground in the shape of a fist. Grant Lang did not have the slightest strength to resist. He was directly smashed into the big hole by Zane Martel and turned into a puddle of meat sauce.
He's dead. Grant Lang, one of the 10-sided devils in the Giant Devil region, was killed so easily.
Lucas Young and Ivy Mullen were both dumbfounded. They completely gave up on the idea of resisting. In an instant, they knelt down with a thud and pleaded,
No, Zane Martel. Please don't kill me, Brother Zane.
I have an 80-year-old mother and a 3-year-old kid. My whole family is waiting for me to support them. If you kill me, they're going to be...
Without hesitation, Zane Martel stepped on Lucas Young and turned him into a pile of mush. A 3-year-old would know to say the same words as Lucas just did. Moreover, Lucas was a playboy. There's no way he was married with a child. In the Great Desolate region, Lucas Young was responsible for all the worst crimes. Not only did he beat his parents, but he also kidnapped girls to abuse them. He was not worth any mercy. Ivy Mullen was completely frightened by the scene in front of her. She collapsed with a plop and broke out in a cold sweat.
Ivy Mullen, what do you want to say before you die?
Ivy Mullen was so scared that her whole body was trembling and her face was extremely pale. Her heart was beating out of her chest. She had never felt more fear in her life. It was swallowing her alive.
Zane Martel, if you don't mind, I can give you pleasure. I can pleasure you every night and satisfy you. I can show you a good time. As long as you don't kill me, I'll do anything you want. Please let me.
Before Ivy Mullen could finish her words, Zane Martel stepped on her to death as he had no desire to listen to her speak anymore. Zane Martel was not interested in a cheap woman like Ivy Mullen. Moreover, who would leave behind a venomous snake that could bite him at any time? That would be setting a trap for himself. Zane Martel's body began to shrink and return to its human form. He continued to check his body with joy.
The Dragon Ape transformation transformed into the Ghost King Dragon Ape. It's indeed powerful. Even if they attack me together, they might not be able to kill me even if I gave them half a year's time. This is amazing.
Then he squatted down, picked up the storage rings from the 3 bodies that were mashed up, and kept them. Then he turned around and looked at the dozens of disciples from the 2 major regions who were still alive, not far behind him. The disciples' faces were drained of blood as they cautiously looked at Zane Martel. Their bodies trembled in fear.
If you don't want to die, hand over all your storage rings and I'll let you go.
He was not a bloodthirsty man. The only reason he killed the 3 of them was that they had teamed up to attack him in the past. Most of the people in front of him were disciples of the 2 regions. They were forced here as laborers, and there was no point in killing them. Everyone looked at each other, not knowing what to do. At this time, a young man came out, took a deep breath, and said cautiously,
Your Excellency, are you going to keep your word?
Do you have a choice?
Seeing this, the young man frowned, took off his storage ring, and threw it to Zane Martel. Zane Martel caught the storage ring and threw a punch at the stone wall next to him, leaving a gap.
You may leave from here.
The young man was stunned, and then he was overjoyed. He quickly flew out of the gap and left this troublesome place. When the others saw that Zane Martel only wanted their storage rings and not their lives, they all handed over their storage rings in order to survive. Although the storage rings contained all their properties, losing them was better than losing their lives. After a while, dozens of people handed over their storage rings and left through the gap. Looking at the storage rings in his hand, Zane Martel was overjoyed. These were storage rings of the geniuses from the Great Desolate region and the Giant Devil region. There were definitely more than just spiritual herbs from the previous medicinal field in it. There would be a lot of crystals, elixirs, and cultivation methods, and their value was immeasurable.
I shall keep it away first and check them out when I have the time. It's time to leave this place.
After killing Ivy Mullen and Grant Lang, a few wisps of scarlet blood slowly floated out of their bodies and entered Zane Martel's body. They merged with the 10-sided devil hunting order. The color of the hunting order seemed to be a little brighter. Zane Martel naturally did not care about all of this. If the people of the Giant Devil sect dared to cause trouble for him, Zane Martel did not mind killing them straight. Soon, Zane Martel left the entrance of the Ghost King Devil Cave. He floated in the air and flew in a certain direction. Hundreds of thousands of miles away from the Ghost King Devil Cave, in a gloomy forest, White bones were piled up on the ground. In the middle of the dense pile of bones stood a huge tombstone.